What the heck is going on, guys? Today we have a deep dive into the elite Waterfall Naraka boss. This boss is very difficult when you first start it, but the main thing is you want to avoid the big fire circles on the ground, and we're going to talk about how to make the Minion stage super easy. So first things first, you're going to want to make sure you take a healer, Cassie, and then another support damage dealer type. So I like Hella because she puts the brand very effective. Someone like Shushu is going to be very awesome because they're going to give you immunity, hence why I am using Wusa. That is very important later. But first things first, the very first thing he does when you come in here is he's going to fear you. And then, as you guys can see, there is a big red circle right here on the ground. These red circles, and there's two more behind him. These red circles are going to be the fire. The fire is going to put on a continuous burn on you. This burn is going to do damage to you over time. Their only way to remove it is to heal yourself to full, or if you have immunity, then you just don't get the burn. So you want to make sure you have an immunity as well as someone who can heal in case you do get burned when the immunity isn't up. There is more stages to come, so it's important that you do kind of have that unit. But let's keep going here. So as you guys can see, there is the fire. So we're going to get out of the way of that. He then stomps his feet. This doesn't really do much. You can kind of ignore that. And then this big circle here, it is going to push you out and give unrecoverable. So this unrecoverable is obviously, again, going to be a big detriment because if he does put the burn on you, which he is about to in the stage, we're going to talk about it in 1 sec, then if you don't heal to full, then you are going to have the burn on you. So that kind of sucks. So as you can see here, it says Powerful Dragon's Roar is activated and you have to break his defense. So he takes 99% less damage in this state. We're going to show his skill. So as you guys can see here, the skill Dragon Scale decreases damage taken by 99%. So this is done by damage taken down to itself. So Cassie essentially is going to ignore this. We're going to go over her skills super quick in a minute. But that is the key takeaway from this. It is the damage taken down that we want to deal with. As well as if we go to the minions, they have a similar type deal. So their continuous effect is shield based on a ton of its max HP, and you need to do CC to apply it. So that's why I said there is cheats, like you can do certain weapons or provoke them in order to get rid of it, or you can just use Cassie who completely ignores it. So if you break their defense, then Cassie can just go ahead and basic attack and kill them over and over, making it super easy for you to get through the minion stage. So as you guys can see, it's very important to have Cassie so that she can penetrate that damage. So let's go ahead and take a look at why Cassie can penetrate through this shield. So what makes Cassie so good against this boss is the ignore target's damage mitigation effect. So this is going to be very helpful against that boss's shield as well as the minions. So this is very important, and she also has this on all of her skills as well. So this is going to be an amazing unit in order to clear out those minions and break down that shield. So some other units you can use other than Cassie are of course going to be Karambit. He comes from the monster story. However, he is in Nat 5, so it's going to cost a lot more resources to build. So you might want to be careful early game. And then you can get the Blue Marshall Cat as well from the monster story. She is good. And then, of course, this is Cassie from Secret Dungeon. And then for NA players, of course, Lupinus. And you guys might end up getting Lupinus as a summoner, or is it Summon Pass monster as well. So that's how we got her. So a lot of people have her. She's really good. Lupinus is a really good unit. And of course, the Dark Nat 5 there. But yeah, so lots of other monsters you could build as well. But Cassie, in our opinion, is the best and easiest to build. So that's how you guys are going to easily get through this shield. As you guys can see, we are going to pop it super quick. Once you do break the shield, he becomes downed. Once he is downed, you can do massive amounts of damage to him. As you can see here, the shields are really helping us not take that burn damage. We have the continuous recovery, so once we outweight that anti-heal, we are good. But again, that's why immunity and things like that are good. So the next stage here is the minion stage. This stage is the hardest stage when you are new at it. Some tips and tricks is you can switch to weapons that do CC effects. So for example, Orbia has the water weapon, Cleef provokes with a lot of skills. I think Kina has Frost on her water But we're just going to go with the wind weapon today because wind weapon is going to break the defense, which is really going to help our Cassie just pop off and kill them nice and easy. And again, since we have the immunity here, Cheddar ran out of that fire, but he didn't need to because we would have ignored it because of the immunity, which is really nice. There's going to be a really good part up here where we're going to show that, how awesome immunity is here. But yeah, anyway, so as you guys can see, these minions are going towards these towers. You can allow one downed tower, so if one person does allow the minions to kill their tower, you guys can still pass. However, if 2 towers get killed, then you get team wiped. So don't bother reviving, because like, yeah, it's over at that point. And I think if he kills so many monsters, he wipes you, right? Or no?
Yeah, I think it's 3.
Yeah, so that's why it's also pointless to revive, because even if you revive, I think he just does it again. But yeah, so as you guys can see, we grouped together out of the fire. We had anti-heal on us. It was looking a little sketchy, but we got our shields and immunities up, as well as our continuous recovery. Continuous recovery, again, is good because anytime we do take a little bit of fire damage, we can just mitigate that with the continuous recovery. We don't have to constantly worry about proccing our heals. So like if you are running someone like Lulu, you have to kind of like wait to do your cleanse, because if you cleanse too early, especially in this part, when he's pulsing, he continuously puts fire. As you guys can see, it says immunity. So that's like when he would be putting fire on you. But yeah, and then we successfully blocked it again, so we get a big damage stage. That is essentially it. However, if you don't hit certain damage checks, then it will drop more fire. This makes it very, very difficult to beat the stage, so you want to try to make sure you are doing enough damage in order to avoid that fire. Or again, I know I've said it a million times, but immunity helps you because even if you are kind of standing in the fire, you can maybe have a chance to get out of it before you start really burning too bad. But that is pretty much it, guys. Again, main story, stay out of the fire and you should be able to pass, no problem. That minion stage, maybe you have someone else that you need to put in other than Hela, like maybe someone who does some CC or something, some Teor or something might help you.
Water Frankenstein,
yeah, a lot of people use Water Frankenstein, really good unit instead of the Hela maybe. But yeah, if you need any help, guys, you can join our Discord. We would love to give you more advice and help you out with your specific team and your specific situation. But this is kind of just an overall guide. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something. Cheddar, do you have anything?
No, not really.
No? Okay, we'll catch you guys. Oh, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, pretty please. We appreciate you, and we will catch you in the next one.